Rajrajeswari, Rajrajeswari to be precise, and I work in Global Automotive Research Center. It is under Ministry of Heavy Industries, and I've been working after my completion of my post-graduation. Then after that, from 2011, I have been working in my organization. It is almost 11 years I've been in the company. And my passion for project management has started when I was in the initial stages of my company, wherein we were in the initial stages wherein installations, commissionings, then dealing with the customers or with the suppliers. This was happening. It was in a very initial stage of our organization. I have been closely working with our various IAS officers in various capacities. And that is when I found a passion in myself that, yeah, I'll be suited for a project management perspective. So I was working in the same domain for around 6 years. And now that our organization is operational, we have started our commercial operations and we are like a profit center. So then later in the time, I was thinking like, I'll have a certification. I'll certify myself to be a project management professional. Then I was browsing through various courses which will suit me. And that is where I found like, yes, there is something called a project management professional, a PMP. Then subsequently, I found in the, I was browsing through various places, and that is where I found, in fact, in the previous discussion when we had soon after the completion of the training, also I was saying this point that when I was browsing through various websites, that which is the best career or you can per se best guidance coaching center which will provide us the PMP certificate, and I found like Infocareer is the right choice. That is when I've enrolled. I called Infocareer and I got enrolled to the training course, and it was actually a prior requirement to have a 35 hours of training, which is a prerequisite for enrolling for an examination. So when I had undergone the 35 hours of training program, and believe me, that was the first time I was listening to that vocabulary, which you usually call, say, right from day one, first minute, you'll say, understanding the vocabulary, understanding and speaking it in that vocabulary is the key to crack the examination. It is the main point. You have to understand the vocabulary, because when I was going through the ICLEAF, there were various places wherein until you know that word precisely, you'll not be able to understand the question itself. So there were places when you have to get used to that. And believe me, since I'm not from that domain of project management, the vocabulary was tough to me. And I was like, every day, at least 10 minutes, I used to understand the vocabulary. Okay, this is this is Scrum, this is Kanban. Then what about the predictive life cycle? Then waterfall. These all terms were completely in lessons learned register. Everything, the IAR, then say whatever terms are there in the vocabulary of the project management scope. What is cost, what is quality? So I was like making sure that I'll revise through these points at least once in a day, whenever I get time, whenever I get free time in my office. Subsequently, my serious preparation for the examination has commenced from December. And that was the time when I've decided, like, yes, I'll take up the examination at any cost. And that was in fact, my New Year resolution, to be precise, to crack the PMP. And I've set a target that, like, yes, before March 1st, I should crack my examination. So that is when, in fact, I've been communicating to you saying, like, yes, I'm planning to schedule my examination. And in December, I've given my application, wherein there were various hiccups because I wasn't able to understand the application process, and you have guided me of how to, in fact, float the application itself to the PMI. So then subsequently, when I've sent my application, it took 5 days for the approval. and I was checking in my mail set, and I was supposed to give my slot. And I was just thinking like whether 2 months of preparation will be sufficient. Then that is when I came to know that there is a hackathon, wherein within 100 hours, it like 100 dedicated hours. 100 hours is not just 100 hours. 100 dedicated hours will help you to crack the PMP. And in December month, I understand it was in the mid of December, I have enrolled to the hackathon, wherein there were the videos which are there in the hackathon course material, that you can say it is more than sufficient for us to crack the examination. 100 hours of videos along with the ICLEAF, that is the key for cracking the examination. There is no, that's a famous saying, like there is no easy path to reach the success. You have to go through hardships. There are various times wherein you'll feel that, in fact, I was saying you that also, that I'm forgetting the things, whatever I'm reading, I'm just forgetting it. I don't remember it. I was complaining you many times and you were boosting, yes, you can do, you can do. And so I completely dedicate my success to you, Shekhar sir, because the last few days, which was like, I was like sleepless nights per se. There was no sleep. It was like for 2 months, there is no Saturday, no Sunday. It's completely like completely dedication for the for cracking my examination. So every Saturday, Sunday, I have a small kid. She's a 2-year-old girl. In fact, I never used to spend time with her also. Saturday, Sundays are like a golden time for me, wherein I can sit across for a long time and read and understand, again, reiterating the vocabulary. Everything was like working for me. But in the last moment, ICLEAF, the mocks, that is like a key. That is the like you can say, without doing that, you may not be able to take the examination. So whoever are the aspirants, my only request is, please go through the videos which are given in the maybe when the aspirants have enrolled to hackathon, there are videos. You can go through the videos, read the study material, and don't miss to attempt the ICLEAF. And in ICLEAF, for various segments, you have got a beginner level, you have got the intermediate level, and you have the advanced level. If you don't find time, if the aspirants are not finding time, at least make sure you attend at least one beginner, one intermediate, one advanced. Please make sure every aspirant request from my side is at least one beginner level, one advanced level, and one intermediate level for each segment, I mean to say. In fact, this is like, it is a basic. But if you have 2 examinations to attend, very well, you have time sufficient, you can attend. But that is like very much necessary when you write the ICLEAF, and when you reach a stage, this is for the aspirants I'm saying, when you reach a stage that you're confident enough to take up the examination, please do a request for activating the gold pack and the mocks. And the end of the day, once you complete an ICLEAF examination, please make sure that you're going through the answer. What is the answer? That will give you a scenario wherein, and in PMI questions, if you see in PMP, there are questions wherein there are 2-3 answers which you find similar. But it is a good practice which will say like, yes, this is the right answer for the question. So this kind of training your mind to attempt the 180 questions will be very much helpful. You have to train your mind in such a way. And once the D-Day comes and you have reached a time wherein you are going to write your PMP examination, you have to go in a mind that you are a project management professional. You are already a project management professional. And you are going to step in 180 different shoes, 180 different scenarios. It is not like all the 180 questions are on one thing. It is 180 different scenarios. And as a project management professional, if your mind is tuned to that only, you will be able to crack each question. Else it will be very tough. If you feel like you're a layman, you do not know anything, and you're going to write the examination, that doesn't make sense. Continuous preparation, dedication, hard work is the key to crack the PMP. And choosing the right answer. Please remember that it is a good practice. And it is not like what is being followed in your normal days. It is like a good practice, best practice to be precise. Instead of good, I'll say best practice. That will be the right answer. Yes, that was my, in fact, the day I was going to my examination, that day I was making sure myself that, yes, I'm going to undergo, I'm going to fit in the shoes of 180 different scenarios. And I'm a project manager. That mere thought of my confidence has cracked my PMP. And believe me, after 180th question, I was just thinking of the last 180th question, whether I've written it, whether I've analyzed it correctly or not. That is when it popped up like, congratulations, you're a PMP. Believe me, I was like, I was just crying there before the camera. And I just came out with my PMP certification. And this complete this complete beautiful journey of mine to get a PMP, I give credits to Infocareer and the GLS especially.
Thank you, Rajrajeswari. And it's very nicely you articulated, very excellent. Whatever I want to ask, you already conveyed it. Okay, so thank you for sharing it. And then you saw above target. Okay, in this, it's not only congratulations. You saw above target when you make it. That's an what is the icing on the cake? Okay, so extra thing. And how was that when you saw above target in overall? So that.
In fact, sir, as you may be aware that I was complaining you many times that, sir, I'm failing. I'm getting below 45 in my gold pack mocks. What is that I'm supposed to do? Am I eligible? Will I cross the examination or not? Then you made sure that this is the worst case. The mocks are the worst case. If you clear the mock, if you get a minimum target of 50%, you are eligible for the examination. That mere words has boosted my confidence. And yes, mock 1, it was little less. Mock 2, I tried my best to score a bit higher than 50. And that has actually prepared me. In fact, the paper was very tricky to be per se. The paper which 180 questions which were there, they are very tricky. And if you are confident enough, is only you can crack the questions. Cracking the questions in the sense like which is the right answer you'll be able to do. Out of 180 questions, believe me, around 90 questions will be tricky. Remaining 90 will be from your what you have learned and all. But remaining 90 will be like two answers will be similar. You have to choose the right one. So these mocks, the 2 mocks, when I really felt bad, and believe me, around when I've attempted my mock 1 and I couldn't sleep that night, I couldn't eat anything since I failed in that mock 1. That is when I called you, feeling so depressed that this is my. In fact, sir, if you remember, I messaged you. I got just 45% in my mock. In fact, that was the time I was crying badly that I couldn't, because right from our childhood, we are trained in such a way that if there is a fail somewhere, our mind will go in a depressed situation. So that is where I thought like, no, there are some places when you have suggested me section wise, you have to attend. First section, second section, you have to split the questions. And I've made sure that as per your suggestions, I've written my mock 2. And then I felt, yes, I'll take up my examination at any cost. This was all happening in 1 week time, 1 week of time. And I was just nearing to the examination. And for the aspirants, I'm again saying, please do attempt the ICLEAF question paper. Though you go through the videos, though you revise on the syllabus, without going through the ICLEAF question paper or mocks, cracking the questions in the PMP will be really tough. That bent of mind comes only if you start attempting the questions. That bent of mind in the sense like putting yourself in a project management professional perspective, you being considering yourself as a project manager in 180 different situations, that mind of mind will come only if you attempt the ICLEAF. Just mere knowing of the things will never make easy for us to crack the examination. You have to read through the scenarios, understand the scenario. If then once you attempt the questions, if there are problems when you have find the answer is wrong, also go through the answer description which is given just next to the question, and this is how you'll be confident enough to take up the examination. Yes, sir. That is my request to all the aspirants. That is the only key to crack the PMP. Hard work, dedication, hard work, and enough training of ourselves. That will be the key for cracking the PMP. That is what was my mantra to reach the above target, in fact.
Very good, very good. And thanks for sharing it. You nicely you presented yourself how you should do it, and that definitely will help thousands of people. If anybody sees, no, they'll get your communication. Okay, thanks for sharing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And see, actually, I was just visualizing. You said 1 week before you got a low score and you are crying, and then after 1 week again you are crying, but that's a different one. Okay. So that's totally that's like you said rightly. 1 week there's a lot of transformation. Okay. And how did this helping you in your day-to-day activity, this course and the way which you journey? I think there is a lot of reflection in the way you work also, a lot of things.
Exactly, sir. Sir, the day when I started my training in Infocareer for my PMP, I still remember the first 1 hour of class which you are taking, and you were making sure that after this 1 hour, you'll not be the same as of this moment. This 1 hour will change the way you think. And yes, PMP is not just for a certification, or not just for see, I've done my PMP for my passion. It may, or we do not know if it will help in my career growth, but it is out of my passion. I want to prove myself that yes, I'm a project management professional. So PMP is like used. It can be used in every walk of our life. How you prepare a schedule, even everything can be considered as a small project. Whatever you do, every work we do, anything, not just related to your office work, any work you do, if you consider it as a small project, it has a scope, and you have to do it within that, and there is a timeline for it. Even if we cook it in the kitchen, we have a dedication of, okay, there is a 45 minutes of time, you have to cook this, no, nothing beyond that. The work, and only the work which is to be done. I still remember the definition of the scope. So every walk of our life, every activity we do in our day-to-day activities can be considered as small projects. And yes, believe me, once you complete, once you are trained to be a PMP, right, that will, in fact, that will change the way you think also. That will change in fact, compared to the normal people, other persons, the way you think, the way you make the schedules, the way you make the timelines, everything will be like, in fact, it will be in a more presentable way. It will make a success at the end of the project. So that PMP is not just for career advancement and all, but it is for the personality development also, to be precise. Yeah.
Thank you, Rajeshwari. Thank you for sharing that. And please, on the behalf of entire Infocareer team, we congratulate you once again. And so our people would have been moved you to a new group of people, and please stay there. And a lot of things will happen over there. And we will share you a lot of PDU sessions also, and you can enroll and earn PDUs. And so please be there in community. Any opportunities or any not only jobs, okay, there are a lot of opportunity comes where you can contribute to the profession, so as a volunteer, and we will publish it over there. Take that opportunity and contribute, okay. And so apart from that, from Infocareer, we want to acknowledge all your family members, including that 2-year girl, and for contributing to you. Okay, it's not, you are not alone. There are all these stakeholders. Please convey our regards to all of these people, and
Thank you.
on the behalf of
Definitely.
Infocareer. Okay, so
Thank you,
for,
sir. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, thank you for taking
Thank
time
you,
out
Shekhar.
and then sharing. Yeah, go
In
ahead.
fact, it was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. In fact, sorry, I wasn't finding little time because, as I said, 2 months
Yeah.
I wasn't having time to spend with my kid. Evening 7 o'clock, I reach my home. I read. I read. I sleep off at some time in the night. Morning again, 3 o'clock, I wake up. I read. I cook food. Go to my office. Again, come back.
Yeah.
Again, I read. This is how my 2 months were going on. Saturday, Sunday is well, like I was craving to get the Saturday, Sunday so that I can read more.
Okay.
That was how I was training myself for the examination. And for all the aspirants out there, please do follow the schedules diligently. There is a schedule also made for us, which will be easy for us to track the day-to-day progress of our work. Please do attempt the ICLEAF questions, and once you're nearing to the examination, please do make sure that the gold pack is activated and you attempt all the mocks. And please don't assume that just mere preparation and mere understanding of the presentations will crack the examination, but you have to go through all the ICLEAF papers. If it is not possible to go, if you're not finding time to go through all the ICLEAF question papers, at least one beginner level, one intermediate, and one advanced. That's all. These 3, make sure you're covering all the processes in the ICLEAF. That will actually that will be the mantra for anyone to crack the PMP. And yes, you have to be in constant touch with the mentors, and we have to constantly keep them posted of what is happening, because the trainers are the people who will guide us to do more better. And that is how I have achieved my above target. Shekhar said, this is only for you, and I dedicate. That is the reason I'm saying many times that this is because of you I've got above target. Without that, I may be like a target girl, but above target is just because of you, sir. I just dedicate my success to you.